Are you fed up with the fact that your minions still have some semblance of free will? I mean, they seem to want to just up and stow away on the cruise ship at the slightest inconvenience. Well, no longer! After playing the Iris recruitment side story about 5 too many times, our genius has finally decided it is going to be in our best interest to mass produce our own army of mechanical minions. Let's see how this goes. Coming with the latest patch and for the new low price of $3.50, you can add robotic minions to your gameplay here in Evil Genius 2. We are going to be playing through the side stories and then breaking down the minions and the items that go along with them to show how they stack up against our old reliable bumbling friends. I mean, as long as we can put these guys in the little yellow jumpsuits, I think they're going to be pretty much indistinguishable from those that they are replacing. Check the timestamps if you want to see a specific part of the review, but let's get into this. To begin the quest, we have been given the work-o-tron assembly line. This is the new item that is going to be able to manufacture the robots. This is going to have to be placed into the laboratory. We could extend the laboratory from over here, but I think we're going to set up our assembly line on this side and try and make it as efficient as possible. Now these guys are pretty cheap, only costing 5,000 and only requiring 10 power as well. We got some forewarning in the trailer footage of this that the charging stations for the actual robots are going to be pretty power hungry, but right now, just in terms of manufacturing, it looks like a pretty doable feat to be able to set up even early on in the game. We also have a brand new tab here, the special minions. Oh, look at them, there they are. Our robotic minions, we can request the work-o-trons over here. How many would we like to have? So this gives the breakdown of your assembly lines, even showing how many are under construction. That is interesting. And now if we request here, they still draw on the same minion cap. So if you were hoping that this was going to be a way to break away from the 300 minion cap, it is not. You're gonna have to go for mods or some future update where we're gonna be able to do that. We're gonna set up a nice 20 here. Interesting. Break down the individual cost per day, target cost per day. Okay, a lot of info, not necessarily all that useful. And now we have to wait for some of our minions to die off to be able to build these. Oh no, what could have possibly happened to open up all of these new jobs? It's inexplicably terrible. Aha, the assembly lines are online. So here they go, there's our very first one. Do they have a name? Yes, Davy Sprocket version 1.2.9. Oh, it's... I was like, I hope that they have a funny name. Here we go. So he's got 100 vitality, 100 smarts, and 50 morale. This seems like basically the same stat line that your basic worker minions have, except, let's see, he has an explosive personality, a finely crafted, entirely safe robot, warning, explodes on death. Okay, robotic. High in iron, low in rust, takes reduced melee damage, so they are going to be even more durable than your foolish little meatbags were before. And then broken time machine, always in a hurry. Okay, so he still gets the status effects of the basic worker minions. Very fun, very fun. Now as part of the quest, we have to construct our charging stations. Here's the animation for the assembly line running. I think it's pretty cool, and so it takes them exactly 1 minute to be able to build one of these work-o-trons, which competes fairly well with the free auto hire mechanic. And then we get the grand reveal as they crawl out and then begin working immediately. So now these guys, they refresh their stats differently than all of the other minion types. They effectively, like this guy over here, he has the battery here, so that here's morale is dropping. This robot must recharge at a charging station because of their low stats. So they replenish through these charging stations, which we again have to go to the laboratory. And now we have access to the charging station. Let's build a bank of these guys over on this side. The charging stations cost you $500 each and only require a single power. So this is a place for your robots to recharge their stats and dream of electric sheep. We're gonna have to figure out how quickly they recharge these stats and also try and come to an understanding of how many of these you are going to need to be able to support a full force of the robotic new workers. Let's see, how many are we actually coming up to? If we go over here to special, Right now we have 13, target amount is 20. If we have 20 of these guys, we probably are going to need plenty more recharging stations. So here they are charging. It looks like an extremely relaxing procedure for them. Charging rapidly. And here we go. So is this going to bring them all the way back up to 100? It looks like it just brings their stats up to 50, and they're going to have to use some of the other advanced features, some of the other advanced services to be able to bring their stats back up to 100, because they were all starting with smarts at 100. Some of them have not spent their smarts here, I see. Like this one is not charging beyond 50, but it's able to bring its morale up. And honestly, the morale gain is pretty slow, it looks like. That could be the main liability, is that while these all have a one-stop shop to be able to recharge all of their stats together, it charges slowly. So here we're going to put down another section of these. I love the robots talking to the techs. I'm sure that the techies just love this. And now we have the guardbot assembly line that we are able to bring into place. Is this just the same size? It looks like it is the same size. Nope, it is exactly the same. Alright, so we are going to duplicate our assembly line to be able to bring more guardbots, guardbot 2.0s onto line. And we're also going to probably want additional charging stations in place for when the guards come in. So the work-o-trons do not have any cost. They have this just down here on the menu because that is a standard piece of any of the Minion stat blocks. But you don't actually have to pay your robots. Well, I mean, what would they do with money anyway? So we're going to go over here to the guard bots, and we're going to try and add 10 guard bots. I have a pretty flexible worker population here, so we're going to bring them in up to 10. And once again, it is time to open up some new positions for our robots. Alright, the guard bots are under construction. Let's see, so you are going to have to keep up with keeping enough scientists to be able to man all of the assembly lines if you want them working. And so you're probably going to want to be able to have a station nearby here where the scientists can refresh their stats. What is it costing the scientists to be able to work the assembly line? It's costing them smarts, and is it also costing morale? It looks like it's only costing smarts. So some decor items that will help improve their smarts, and then also a service nearby. And here is the guard bot. Rob Bots V5.2, waiting for intruders. He's got a solid stat line. He also has the explosive personality and the robotic trait. High in iron, low in rust, takes reduced melee damage. So the reduced melee damage seems like it's going to be pretty great for your guard bots, especially to have. And they just use the same animations waiting around the table. The other guys are barely intelligent enough to know that there's a difference. And we have completed the objective. We now have full access to the human resources. Collect the rewards. It's going to give us $10,000 here. And there we have it. Yes, just look at them. They don't need to eat. They don't need to sleep, and they don't have an aversion to carrying around dead human bodies. That's probably the biggest advantage that these guys have. Now, while the recruitment side story is now completed, that is not all that the developers have thrown at us. We have a Judgement Day. You aren't the only person capable of building robots. The roboticist Naomi Soriyama is working with the forces of justice in a recent attempt to go legitimate. Apparently, you've infringed on her patents.
Welcome to the casino.
You are in violation of several patents currently protected by the forces of justice. You will cease production of the automated units immediately.
That's not really my area of expertise. I mostly deal cards and take cover whenever there's an explosion.
Message delivery successful. Initiate self-destruct protocol in 5, 4.
Guys, it's happening again.
Oh, the stuff of nightmare. Create work-o-trons. We need to be building 10 more work-o-trons to prepare for Judgment Day. Yes, delivering messages to the valets up front, probably not the most effective way to get a message through. Somebody please tell the forces of justice. Now, usually the fastest way to be able to get 10 more of any type of minion is just to kill off the existing minions in that category, but robots have a special barrier and a certain amount of job security when if you kill them off, they just explode and set fire to your lair. So we want to be a little bit extra careful, and we're just gonna build 10 more of these guys, adding to our queue. We can just kill off worker minions that don't leave nearly as much mess to make way for the work-o-trons. Oh no, that was... Okay, well we've set a robot for self-destruct. Hopefully one does not cause a unstoppable inferno. And thankfully we have plenty of fire extinguishers nearby as well. Alright, the assembly lines are busy, staffed by scientists at every single one, and we are well on our way to creating all the work-o-trons we need. And we're well on the way to putting out all the fires created by just destroying a single one of the little robots. I do have to say that if you go into building the robots, probably very challenging to go the other way and transition back against them. Much easier to just build more robots.
Welcome to the... Oh no, not you again.
I am a new model, programmed to inform you that you are in violation of...
It says he's a new model, it's still a Mark 1.
I've been told to tell you under Clause 2, Section 4 of the AI Ethics Charter, your patent is illegal.
Very well. We will see you in court. Self-destruct protocol initiated.
Win a legal battle on the world stage. Failure to appear in court will only result in heavily armored bailiffs being sent to get you. It's easier to send some of your cleverer minions to draw the case out. Oh, I love this. Getting embroiled in a legal battle. That's why I play video games, guys. So robot court is naturally held in Japan over here. We want to clear, yes, gradually remove all heat. Clear the heat from the region so it doesn't lock out on us while we're trying to complete this. And then send 5 of the valets off to be able to have our day in court. It's amazing when you can just delegate court appearances to underlings. Oh no, some of the guards. See, this is the downside of these robots, is that they get caught in a fight out here, they start a fire that's removed from where my minions can go and put it out, and we just lose all of these traps. And then because the game has still not given us a replace all destroyed items button, I am left having to manually rebuild everything that was lost. Thankfully this corner is not too bad. If the fire had started over here, it would have been able to spread through a number of other traps and cause even more damage. Naomi is sick of your constant objections. She programmed her own robots to dismantle your robots, your lair, and you turn her creations into scrap metal. Now we have to defeat the attack robots. Oh guys, and to think, I was like wrapping up, I was doing my thoughts about the robots, and I almost missed this whole side story. I could have avoided this. Here they come. Attack robot Mark 1. I kind of wish that they had kept on iterating and been like Mark 2, Mark 3, and whatnot. Though these guys do look amazing with the purple. Okay, let's see. Is it possible to put down like a bunch of preemptive fire extinguishers? Oh, there's a bunch of agents here too? Perfect. The more the merrier. Okay, we'll see. Those, probably none of those get built because whoever's building them is not going to make it that far. Oh, I missed it, but I think the robots actually love the little robotic death puppies, which is perfect. Absolutely perfect. The sharks just finishing these guys off. I think they get to hop out and explode though here, which is gonna be... Yeah, there they go. Oh. Alright, Jackie needs a hand. Turns out robots not very effective at navigating traps. These agents, on the other hand, made it quite a bit farther. Ooh, Pyro, yes! I have Pyro here. Okay, okay. So Pyro can use compressed air, please. Oh, it burned out. Pyro, you're too slow. Okay. Press there again. Firefighting with Pyro is very fiddly. I think that helped. It looks like it helped. Okay, and again. He has to stand so far back. Just put it out. And then immediately switches back to real flames. No, we're trying to extinguish the flames. Extinguish them. You've driven the roboticist away and ramped up production in the lair. The future looks bright. Go to objectives. What do we get? We get $20,000. Ooh, but we are not done yet. Robot Rumble. If you paint a robot just right and teach it not to say things like beep boop or good morning, fellow humans, it can pass for human. Some of your minions suspect Naomi has sent some robots to infiltrate your lair. Has she had the improved technology, teaching her robots to whistle aimlessly like the rest of my minions?
I've been developing a food supplement that's supposed to encourage muscle growth and other health benefits. The other day, I accidentally created a concoction that tasted like feet. Really, really repellent stuff. I left it in the mess hall, and someone ate it. This might be a leap in logic, but I think a robot is hiding in our midst, pretending to be human.
I've been thinking the same thing. Yesterday, I saw someone walking like a robot with a fridge magnet stuck to their face.
We really need to teach our minions, you know, see something, say something. Execute the weirdo. We must find the weirdo. But how could we possibly know who they are amidst all of our minions doing such odd activities and odd little walks and... Ooh, who is this? Nicola Boole. Feels no pain and is a weirdo. Too weird not to be a robot. Execute them to find out. You can't just execute people because they're acting weird. Okay, if they blow up and cause a horrific explosion, we're right. If they just leave a body bag, we're in for trouble. Turns out that wasn't a robot after all. Well, that was embarrassing, and this is why the minions signed that collateral damage clause. Time to devise a foolproof test. If they're heavier than a duck, then they're a robot. Have your scientists draw up a test that no robot can fool. It'll be a combination of words hidden behind squiggly lines and a scanner that checks the pupil. Oh, easy. Yeah, they'll never be able to make it around this. Never at all. We have devised the ultimate captcha. Interrogate suspicious workers until you uncover the robot spy. Data analysis says this minion has a high probability of being a robot. You have failed the captcha. Now face the consequences. Okay, so taking the captcha tests with threat of imprisonment being behind failing would be the most stressful thing ever. Execute the robot spy. We have found him. Narek Selassie, robot spy. The actual robot spy you were looking for. Execute it to send a message. Oh, I think I actually have to do this with Zalika. Here we go. Come on, Zalika. Nope. Not on Pyro, please. The execution happening in front of the stolen Fountain of Youth really is poetic.
It's always so nice and fun.
Robot Rumble, defeat the attack robots. Another batch of 10 attack robots are headed to the lair. Here they are, a shining army of lethal robots ready to wage war. Show them what your godbots are made of, notably superior electronics. Here they all come, wander, wander, wander across the beaches. Make sure that sand doesn't get into their servos. Or they just love the little death puppies. Look at them, robots loving robots. They always wanted a robot dog. Too bad this one will betray them. I just rebuilt this entire corridor. Looks like we're in for yet another rebuild, guys. Ooh, some more tech robots approaching through the casino. Hopefully combat does not start out here because that would get messy extremely quickly.
The fires are almost under control.
Looks like they have no interest in the casino games. Truly an improvement over the minions. Maybe the fires will all be contained within this room. We'll see if I get lucky. Or maybe it'll burn down the door and just keep going. Let's see. Whoop. Yep. Just wasting the casino out there as well. And hey! Side story complete. With the spy gone and your growing robot army, you are set to defeat Naomi Sorinama once and for all. Then we collect reward here, making $30,000.
Oh, code grey. We have a code grey.
I come in peace to deliver a message. This isn't the last you've heard of us. We're stepping up production. If we cannot stop you through sheer force, we must look to compete with you in a more traditional manner. Until next time.
Oh, well, that's quite nice, actually. Thank you. I think.
And now I come in pieces. Quit delivered. Self-destruct protocol initiated.
And there's all the mechanical minion side stories completed. There could be another one. It seems like the ending was left a little hanging, but I'm not running directly into it as I had before. And as you can see here, the special minion numbers, I've pushed them all the way up to 140, leaving only 6 basic workers left. So we're basically relying entirely on these work-o-trons, and I don't want to go any lower here because that will those workers have to be there to be able to be training fodder for the science and the deception minions, and also the security minions to be able to get the higher level security minions for completing quests and whatnot. So honestly, I would kind of like to have a few more than just 6. That seems to be cutting things kind of tight. But cutting down your numbers of the robots is a little problematic. And let's talk about how they stack up with these standard human bumbling idiots that we've had all along. The Guardbot 2.0s here, they do not do any training, so they'll never take the higher level security minion jobs. They're able to use the guard weapons, so the ray guns, the pistols, and the clubs, I believe, are all available to them. And they have this extra damage resistance here, robotic, high in iron, low in rust, takes reduced melee damage. Now, your higher level security minions are also going to take reduced damage, so I don't know exactly how the robots stack up against, say, the higher ones, but they should be more durable than your base level guards. Probably their best feature is that they have a one-stop shop to replenish all of their different stats, and so these charging stations will replenish all of their stats at once. The downside is that it only replenishes them back up to 50. The robots are not able to use any of these service stations that would buff your minion stats up to 100. So while they come fresh off the assembly line with 100, 150, once they deplete their vitality or their smarts, it will never be able to go above 50. And so this really is unfortunate. The work-o-trons function the exact same way. For them, the real downside here is that their smarts are not able to go up to 100. That gives them a little bit more of a bottleneck in terms of working jobs out in your lair. And then for the security minions, the downside is definitely that their health can never go above 50, whereas your other security forces are able to go to, what is it? It's something crazy, isn't it? It's over here, right? Yeah, the super serum machine that is going to give them a super muscle shake and bring their vitality above 50. Their other major downside is this explosive personality trait. They explode when they get taken out, which is, it's just, we have so many mechanics that are these kind of friendly fire, damage, explodes. You know, it starts fires in the lair, and it's supposed to be thematic, but it ends up being really annoying because the developers have never given us the replace destroyed items button. If we had a button that would just automatically replace destroyed items, then it would make things so much better. Now, you've probably already seen this from the previous footage of completing the quest, but basically we'll simulate this. Say a bunch of soldiers came along, and this robot guard responded to the fight, and as he goes down here in a second, we get the fateful explosion and fire beginning. So all of these trap corridors are pretty well removed from the rest of the base. This is pretty consistent in how I like to build my lairs, and they are very dense in terms of how many items are here. The fires spread very quickly, and then it becomes an inferno that starts getting out of hand. Now, I even do have fire extinguishers placed at different elements within these staircase or within the hallways, but it takes the minions who are going to put out the fires so long to actually get to this portion of the base. This fire extends. This is only a single robot blowing up, and so far I have lost a fan. I have lost some of these floor elements that I wanted here. We're about to lose the disco and the sharks. We lost both sharks. There we go. So the entire corridor ends up being cleared out, and now I'm going to have to manually replace everything here, which is really unfortunate. Also, as that damage goes off, it doesn't actually hurt the adjacent enemies. It just knocks them down. So it provides crowd control for a mob of combat, but then it starts fires on nearby items. On the plus side here, you can manufacture these guys so they don't have to go through training or recruitment. You don't have to bring in more worker minions from the helipad. You can just start building them from a central location in your lair, which is an incredible benefit if you are being swamped by enemies. I think that could be one of the best uses, is building this at like a secure location in the center of your lair and being ready if combat gets really out of hand to start cranking up production, but otherwise keeping your levels of these guys pretty low. They're also free. They cost no upkeep, which is really, really nice. So here I have 50 guard bots augmenting my security forces. If we compare the prices here, keeping this many guards of the normal muscle minion type would cost me 25,000 a day, which is not crazy, but I do see a benefit to having no upkeep cost to these guys, especially in the early game, because they do unlock pretty early on for you to be able to adding these to your minion forces and then not having that drain your budget when you're also trying to spend rapidly on expanding the lair and getting the rest of your operations up and running. I could see a definite benefit there. As for the work-o-trons specifically, there's not too much else to add. They do the basic jobs. They don't lose morale based on seeing body bags, which is incredible. That's probably also one of the biggest boosts here. It would be nice, honestly, if we could have an upgrade for the basic minions, for them to be able to have resistance to cleaning up body bags, maybe an Undertaker type, or some other upgrade so that would not damage their morale as heavily as it does. But the robots are good for being able to deal with that. They're a little bit more durable, so they're not going to be total chaff if they do get into a fight. But again, if they do get into a fight, they're going to start popping off with this explosive personality, lighting fires absolutely everywhere and probably causing more damage to your lair than benefit. It is honestly easier to replace basic human workers than items in your lair. As terrible as that sounds, it is true in the game. So you want to be careful when you are using these work-o-trons and when you see them getting into fights, because that collateral damage is going to really drag you down. I think that the best thing for the work-o-trons here is that they have this very space-efficient area to recharge all of their stats together. That means that you can cut down on how many beds you're using, you can cut down on the lunchroom areas, you can also cut down on the specialty services that are being delivered to worker minions. So anything that is buffing the worker minions you don't really need, because if you go entirely into the robots, as you see, all of these are they're just empty. I only have 6 worker minions, and they're just kind of the foundation for training up more specialized minion types. So I don't have to really care about them while they're worker minions. They're not giving me any benefit there. The lair is just kept running by the work-o-tron robots. That's the Mechanical Minions DLC for you. Hopefully the breakdown of the pros and cons and getting to see the side stories lets you know if you are interested in this one. I do have to say that at the price of only $3.50 for this expansion rather than the full $5, if you're someone who is picking and choosing DLC options rather than going for the full season pass, I think this is definitely something to go for because of the addition of the side stories, the awesome additional mechanics of having your minion types actually be fundamentally changed. I think is really interesting and is definitely worth picking up. And then if you're really trying to build like a budget experience, what are the best things to get? Probably leave off the henchmen DLCs unless you have one that you are really attached to, and then picking this one up and the lair items pack I think are the best way to go. For me personally, these minions, I don't really like them. I don't like using them. I just hate that they explode and cause so much collateral damage. I don't like providing the micromanagement to have to rebuild rooms that I have already laid out, and the infernos just get incredibly annoying to me. And with these guys just wandering around, able to get caught into combat by investigators arriving from basically wherever, it is something that I want to reduce. So basically I want to cut my numbers down And if they ever give me a button that says repair all damaged items or repair all destroyed items, then I'll be back on board and be using these a bunch, honestly. I do love the mix of the animations of seeing the robots mixed in with the normal minions. I think it makes a very interesting lair appearance. For now, we just have robots working the lunch counters, but there's no humans who need to come and eat the food. Kind of a sad dystopia sight. My challenge now is going to be figuring out how to get rid of all of these walking and ticking time bombs without blowing out my lair. Who's the bomb? You're the bomb. Who's the bomb? You're the bomb. Well guys, tune in next time as I see if the Aperture Science and the Portal free DLC gives me any better options for how to dispose of all of these walking liabilities.